Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Edit. My name is Jared Hux. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and today we're going to be talking about Archipelago Lightroom presets. Let's get started. So Tribe Archipelago was started by LooksLikeFilm.com staff members with some amazing Filmic-like presets. Very cinematic, very vintage feeling, something that a lot of people are trying to emulate right now, and it's just absolutely gorgeous, especially through this new signature Lightroom preset series right here in Tribe Archipelago. You have the Don and Helen series here, the Lauren and Chris, and then the Ryan Longnecker, and these are the artists that have put these together. Fantastic work. I can't wait to show them to you guys. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so like I said, I am a wedding and portrait photographer. I have mostly portraits here. This is the only wedding photo, really, but I just wanted to just put them, there's a range of different colors and brightnesses and stuff like that, so I just wanted to put them through the test and see which ones look the best right out of the box. Okay, so for this first image, I'm actually going to, I've got them all open here, the Don and Helen, Longnecker, and then the Lauren and Chris. And so I'm going to go ahead and start with the Longnecker for this image. I think these are really cool. So let's go ahead and see what they look like. So these are just all straight out of the box. That's one, which is really nice. Two, very nice. Three, I like that. Nice. Five. Okay, and finally the black and white. Very, very nice. So this image is kind of interesting. We've got some contrast. I wanted something a little stoic. For my subject here, it was for a maternity shoot. So, we wanted to kind of show that off a little bit and have a really nice just still portrait of her standing there. So I want to use the LXC because you're gonna love this. This is fantastic. LXC works really well with reds and greens, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right, so this is straight out of camera right here that I'm showing you. This is straight out of camera, and this is what it looks like, just normal. Okay, that's like right there, bam. That is like maybe 2 clicks away from being a completely finished image for me. That's fantastic. This one's even better because it's lowering the it's not the opacity. It's lowering the saturation of the greens, but it's keeping that vibrancy in the reds. So you have awesome skin tones even though everything else looks desaturated. Number 3. Now it's looking cooler. It's still kind of blue, and you're still getting the reds that look really fantastic. Like it almost looks like selective color. It's popping so much with the red, which is it's amazing. All right, so now it's doing the same thing. It's warming it back up, but you still get that nice vibrancy in the red. Next up for this image, I'm going to be using the Longnecker series again. It works really well for the lighter skin tones, especially things that are a little bit more on the airy side. So that's what I want to do here. Just straight in. Okay, so this is it's a little hot, but that's probably just my image. My image is a little overexposed, so I'm going to pull it down to about a half a stop low. All right, so 0.45. It's very nice. All right. 2's looking good. Okay. It's got that bluish look like we talked about before. That's just a white balance issue. Okay, but I'm gonna Control Z that so we don't have the problems for the next one. Looks nice. It's got that kind of washed out vintage film kind of look to it. I like that. Just pulling a lot more blue in here. I definitely think this is nothing but just a white balance check away from being a very nice setup for the yellow and blue that we have here. 5, got that washed out look again. I think that's fantastic. And the black and white, yeah, that's fantastic. Longnecker black and white is definitely my favorite so far. Very, very nice black and white. Probably more so than any other preset system I've ever used. But I really, really enjoy using fantastic workflows, and Archipelago has made some fantastic workflows. Okay, so continuing on, we're going to go to this one, which has a more of an airy feel to it, but it's flat, so we need to be working with the image a little bit. So for that, I'm going to go to Don and Helen's pack here, and we're going to start there for a very vintage looking look. So going to number 1, Very cool. I mean, that honestly, that looks like a finished image. It looks like a really nice preset. It's just really nice. It's got that greenish look to it, like almost like a 400H or something like that. Okay, so going to 2. All right, it's got more of a pinkish look to it, which would be like an Ektar or a Portra, something like that. That Kodak kind of peachy look to it. Okay, very nice. Again, with that Portra kind of feel to it. All right, more of that 400H kind of feel too. Maybe just bringing a little bit more contrast. I mean, that's a really neat looking image. With the yeah, okay, and this is probably more my feel. I'd want something a little bit more on the moody side. Just bring it up a little bit, even just kind of isolating my subject a little bit as far as exposure wise, just making her pop off a little bit more than I would normally. Now I'm just going to pull that out so I can show you the black and whites. Okay, really nice black and white there. I'd probably just up my exposure a little bit. And that, I mean, that looks fantastic right there. I mean, exposure and white balance, I don't even count inside of presets because they're not even something that changes. So if that's something I'm going to be changing anyway, I don't ever count that against what a preset is capable of doing. Okay, and the last one here. Okay, this has got more of a washed out feel to it, but it's nice. You get more of a silver than you do a white, which is very, very cool. It's really great for like underexposed images where you have like a really dark silvery tone. But also, you know, if you're looking for that washed out kind of feel, you can drop your blacks. You can make it look really contrasty, and you have that fantastic silver. Okay, and for the last image here, I'm going to be using LXC right here. That's the Lauren and Chris. All right, with number 1. Nice vintage kind of look to it. It was you know, the colors weren't really there, so it gives me a lot of playroom to make this look fantastic. Going to number 2. Another very nice look. Okay, pulling more of the coolness of it. I think that looks very, very nice. Let's see here. Now that looks nice. I like the way the yellow is fitting here. I just bring up the tint slightly. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's an awesome look. And for the black and whites, this is number 1. Okay. Definitely bringing a lot of overexposure in the yellows and stuff, which works for a lot of images. And for number 6, we got more of a contrasty tone. It honestly, it kind of looks like you were making a print for someone off of a negative and using a different contrast filter, and that's really what it looks like to me. So it just looks like contrast is just pushed really hard. So I'd probably bring my contrast down a little bit and give me a little bit more playroom. Gives I don't know, it's a pretty neat image. Anyway, I love these presets. You guys really need to check these out. I've given you a little bit of an oversight there on all 3 of them, the Long Necker, the Lauren and Chris, and the Don and Helen. So definitely check these out, guys. They're reasonably priced. If you like really nice presets, I know you guys are going to like these. So definitely check them out. Again, you can find their website at tribearchipelago.com, and make sure to follow them on lookslikefilm.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram. They have all types of amazing stuff. It's a fantastic community for photographers. Great place to learn and get inspiration. Definitely start joining us, show your photos, and just become part of this tribe that we have here. It's fantastic to see all different people that are just progressing themselves in their photography and their color editing and everything else because of the community that we've made together. Check it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.